Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Today I thought I would do something a little more on the glamorous side, but at the same time, something that's simple enough to do. I'm not a professional makeup artist, although I have taken some courses here and there, but it's really my passion for makeup that keeps me wanting to learn more and more. And honestly, I just really enjoy sharing my creations with you. So they're simple enough for anyone, but for this particular look, I actually think you can make a really nice statement too. So for this look, you'll only need three shadows, three colors. You'll need a transition shade, a deeper shade, and a white shadow. That's the most important one there. Okay, so let's dive right in. I'm starting with fixing up my brows. Because we said that this look is a little bit more on the glamorous side, it's a little bit more of a put together look, we want them to look really nice and groomed. So I'm using a pencil for this. I prefer brows that are more natural looking, so I kind of line out the bottom and the top just to get the shape I want and some precision, and then I go fill out the sparse areas with hair-like strokes. And then as a final step, I'll go in and brush out any harsh lines to get that nice, natural looking, full brow look. And that tiny brush makes me laugh every single time. It's just so darn cute. Next, we're gonna carve out the brow by creating a sharp, clean line, and you can use a concealer or a cream shadow for this. Now, I have to say that for this look, I needed to use a light colored base or concealer shadow so that the colors I'd be using on top would stand out more and pop. My MAC Paint Pop in soft ochre would have been the bomb here, but I didn't have it with me, and I ended up using this LA Color concealer. But the color, as you can see, is a little too dark for my liking for this look. But it is what it is. So I had to work extra harder for the shadows on top. So definitely go with a lighter base if you have. It will make the look so much easier. Also, don't use too much like I did. Just use enough for the entire lid and pat it in, and make sure you cover the entire lid area from lash line to brow bone and from inner corner to even a little past the outer corner. So pat, pat, pat until it's seamless and creaseless. So from this Cargo palette, which was a BoxyCharm exclusive, I'm picking up this tan beige transition color, which kind of looks gray on the screen, but it really isn't. And we'll be applying that in the crease area with a fluffy brush. This one is from Morphe. I pat it in place. Notice against the dark base how it's struggling to peek through. So I'm gonna say it again, you definitely need a light base underneath. The struggle is real, guys. Okay, and now from this Illuminati by Isabel palette, it's another palette I received in my BoxyCharm. I'm picking up the color Trust. Now, I was a little skeptic about using this palette. It didn't have great reviews, but it worked out okay, I guess. The quality isn't the greatest I've worked with, that's for sure. Some of the colors gave better payoff than others. So with a fluffy brush, again, going over the crease area, not all the way, just about 3/4 of the way, and starting to build that outer V, dabbing, and then marrying the two colors together and blending them together. Now, I decided to go in with another deeper color just because I was struggling with the darker base. So I'm picking up the color Rose. It's a pretty dark burgundy brownish color. And with a smaller brush, because I don't have much real estate to work with there, I'm building that outer third of the lid with a tapping motion to place the shadow. I don't drag the shadow, I tap it in place where I want it for precision, and then with a blending brush, I blend the colors together. And then with that same concealer brush that we used earlier for the brows, with no additional product, just go back to that inner lid area to tap and remove any creases. And we're gonna get it ready for that white shadow. So now for the pièce de résistance, the color that will bring it home, we're gonna pick up the color Colombiana from that same palette. Now I gotta tell you, I was not impressed. Yes, partly because again, the darker base didn't help, but the color payoff on this color was terrible. I did not like it, I'm not gonna lie. I had to go over it several times, and even by the end, it was not to my satisfaction. So with a flat shader brush, pat that in, kind of trying to create a cut crease. We want to get some nice crisp, sharp edges, and then we'll gently and softly blend it in the middle. And of course, we will blend all of this together. So the shadow part is done. Not so bad. We made it. I did want to add though that you can definitely glam it up one more notch by applying some shimmer shadow on the brow bone and the inner corner of the eye. But I was kind of happy with this matte look and I decided to just stop there. Now we'll just apply some mascara and some falsies. And for the falsies, I've been in love with the magnetic lashes from Kiss with the liquid liner. They actually work really well. And then we'll move on to the rest of the face. For foundation, this is one of my go-to ones. It's from Milani. I absolutely love this one. And I'm applying it with a damp beauty blender. And make sure you get it everywhere, even your ears, especially if you put your hair up. And go down to the neck and blend well. Blending is always the key and a telltale sign between a great makeup look and a mediocre one. So always blend, 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 whether it's shadows or anything else on your face, including foundation, contour, anything really. And then for concealer, I'm using the Clinique and applying that just underneath the eyes, sides of the nose, hollow of the chin, center of the nose, and between the brows. And I'm smoothing it out using a beauty blender. For contouring, I just dotted my face with a dark shade of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the perimeters of my face, the usual spots underneath the cheekbones, the forehead, the chin, the jawline. Oops, I missed the mark there. It happens to all of us, that's okay. We can fix that, no biggie. And then with a brush, we'll blend it all together. I love contouring. I think it's my favorite part of doing my makeup, to add that warmth back to the face. And then with a damp beauty blender to go over the entire face to blend the concealer and the contour together for that seamless look. Next, we'll dab on some of that Benefit High Beam highlight, and then we'll move on to the lips. My favorite lip liner, Soar by MAC. The lip color is the Stay Matte by Rimmel. And I dabbed on a little of that Benefit High Beam to the center of my lips and blended to the rest of my lips for just a bit of shine. For the cheeks, I'm using the Milani Powder Blush and placing it mainly on the high points of my face. Now, looking back, my eyes seem a little unfinished, so I'm going back with that color Trust. I'm applying it to the bottom outer third of my eye and extending it outward. And I'm going to line my waterline with this Wet n Wild liner just to give it a little bit of a smoky look. This liner is my favorite. It works so well. I love it. And of course, to complete the entire look, we're gonna set it with a setting spray. And that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this look. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. See you next time.